Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Zoom3, and I'm going to make a presentation this afternoon, starting with the learning outcomes for this presentation and what we ought to cover this afternoon. So as you can see in the slide, Zoom3 will cover those three sets of learning outcomes: demonstrate an understanding of designing items in mathematics assessment, apply different varieties of assessment items to design mathematics assessment, defend the traditional methods of designing mathematics assessment items, and share values of traditional methods of designing mathematics items. As we are operating according to the 4 pillars of learning, there are always 4 learning outcomes in our presentation, also in our lesson, also as well as in our courses. The first learning outcome is knowledge learning outcome. Second one is skills. Third is for attitude. And the fourth is for living together. Okay? So we hope to cover all these learning outcomes today or this afternoon, and it will take us about 1 hour. We'll see if we can complete this presentation. Okay. This afternoon session is a little bit different from last time. Last time is a bit transmissive, and this afternoon session will be a little bit interactive between me and those of you who participate in this session. Okay, in any examination, the best examination paper will include 2 types of items. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now you answer me. What are the 2 items that will be included in any examination? First one. Can anyone answer that? What is the best item? There are 2 types of items in examination writing. The first one is?
2 types of item.
Marking criteria and rubric.
No, this is the item. We are not referring to the examination paper yet. We are referring to what type of items should be written in each examination.
Multiple choice and short answers.
Yes, but
Multiple choice and short answers.
okay.
Multiple choice items or knowledge items, comprehensive items.
Okay. Okay. I've uploaded the handout in your Moodle for, I think it's week 10 or week 8, I forgot. But there are 2 types of items in any examination, and the first one is called objective items. Okay. What type of items are objectives?
Objective items.
Okay, objective items And what is the other one? You provide an answer for the second type of item. We have two types of items. We have objective items and the other one, subjective.
Subjective
Okay, thank you
items.
very much. Okay, those are the only two items for any mathematics or, any examination. It could be in any subject, but there will always be two types of items. We have objective items and we have subjective items. Okay? Okay, what are the characteristics of the two types of items? That is objective and subjective. Let's start with the objective. What kind of item is an objective item? Example. Provide an example. Okay. It looks as if
objective item and all multiple choice or true false.
Multiple choices.
Yes,
Or
yes.
true false or
Yes.
match.
Yes, good. They are objective items.
Yes and no.
Yes, yes and no. Less than.
Yes and no answer.
Yes.
True and false.
Yes.
True and false.
Yes. Yes. So there are many objective items, or there are many items under the category of objective items, and you have named them. Of multiple choice, short answers, true, false, yes or no. Okay.
Yes.
In other words, they have one close response. Okay. They have close responses. Okay. It's either right or wrong. As you have in multiple choice, you cannot have two answers. Okay. So with right or wrong, it's either right or wrong. It's either yes or no.
No.
Yeah, so they are close responses. Even in mechanical sums, like 2 plus 2 will equal to 4. Nothing else, no answer, no other answers. Okay. Okay, what about subjective items? What kind of item is subjective?
Problem solving. Problem solving or essay.
Yes, essay, assignment. Okay, and they are one of the characteristics for objective items is that the answer can be either right or wrong,
right,
and sometimes hard to construct but easy to mark. For example, multiple choice, it's hard to construct, but anybody can mark that item. You can take it home and give it to your wife or child, your son in year 12 to mark it. Yes? Because they have a confined or closed answer.
Yes, right or wrong answer.
Yes, and subjective is the opposite. Mathematics examination is all about objective items. Okay? For subjective, open responses, and they provide flexibilities in responses from students. You might ask, describe a car, then you have a specific response for cars, but the explanation from different students will be vary from student to student. Okay? And therefore, sometimes easy to construct, but hard to make judgment, and therefore needs a specific marking rubric. Okay? Essay types such as in English and other subjects are good examples of subjective items. Okay? So that's the first thing to know before you write your examination paper. You need to know that it's a mathematics examination. Most items in the examination paper will be objective items rather than subjective. Okay?
Yes.
Okay? But English will not be the same. They may be subjective and sometimes objective. So it's a mixture of the two. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, the best one, this one is about the solo taxonomy and the Bloom taxonomy. So those are the levels of the old version for Bloom taxonomy. Or maybe I'll go back. What are the levels of the Bloom taxonomy? First one is
Restructural.
what is it? Bloom
Restructure.
taxonomy.
Bloom's.
Taxonomy first.
Bloom's taxonomy level. Knowledge.
Yeah. Knowledge is the first one. Second one.
Comprehension.
Comprehension. Third one.
Application.
Application. Next one.
Synthesis. Designing.
Analysis. Next one.
Synthesis.
Synthesis. And last one.
Create.
Creative process. Now it's that is the old version. It's evaluation. Okay, but we have revised Bloom taxonomy. It's no longer the same as the one you just read. So the older version is knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, and synthesis. Analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. And the revised one is remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. Okay? So you've got to focus on only one person, and I recommend the new one, the 2001 version. Okay?
Remember, understand.
Yes, now you have the new version of the Bloom taxonomy, which is remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create.
Apply,
okay?
Analyze, evaluate, and
yes, you can just see on my presentation,
okay.
And I will upload this presentation in your Moodle after this session. Okay, so just bear in mind that we have the new version of the Bloom taxonomy. We have remember, understand, and apply. I think these are the only three levels you need to remember, since we have not gone to analysis, synthesis, and evaluation with primary assessment. Okay.
Only for primary.
Yes. Now, let's look at how people think, and this is according to the taxonomy. The first level of thinking is recall, and the next one is basic, critical, and creative. There are only 4 levels of thinking in any human being. Here, here you have more than 4. You have 6. You have 6 different levels of cognitive levels. Whereas in the normal thinking level, you have only 4. Okay? Now, the 4 types of thinking does not require conscious thought. For example, you might draw a square and you say, what is the name of this shape? Okay? Then the basic common form of thinking, that is the next level, describe the shape. And then being able to analyze before answering a question, maybe what is the use of a square in real life situation? Okay, and goes on to creative. Okay, so there are only 4 levels of thinking. And in the Bloom taxonomy, we have 6. So it is not closely related in terms of their number of levels, because two levels will be left out from the Bloom's taxonomy. Now let's look at this one. This is the solo taxonomy. Okay, what is S stands for? SOLO. The solo taxonomy is not, solo is not a word by itself. It is an abbreviation.
Structure
Yes.
of observed learning outcomes.
Yes, that is the meaning of it. It is structure of the observable learning outcome. And for short, we call it solo. Okay, what are the levels of the solo taxonomy? First one,
Pre-structural.
pre-structural. Next one,
Structural. Unistructural.
unistructural. Next one,
Multi-structural.
multi-structural. And the last one, or fourth
Relational.
one, relational. And last one,
Extended abstract.
extended abstract. Okay, very good. I think some of you have read the handout in the Moodle. For those of you who have not, you can go back to Moodle, and we have uploaded all these handout referring to different concepts in assessment. We uploaded for the Bloom taxonomy and solo taxonomy. Okay? Okay. Okay, that is the solo taxonomy in graphic representation. So the best level is fail, incompetent, misses the point, and this is the pre-structural level. Unistructural, you need to know at least one aspect of what is learned. For multi-structural, you need to know several aspects of the concept. And for the relational level, you need to know the relationship between the multi-levels here. You need to know how they are related. For example, if I teach fraction, students can relate fraction to decimal, can relate fraction to proportion or fraction because they are closely related, okay? At the multi-structural level, students are not able to relate the topics together, okay? And then the last one is the extended abstract. This is more than relational, okay? That is application of those concepts in a new area of knowledge or new area of belief. So now let's go back and see how they are related to the 4 levels of thinking. Recall is related to unistructural. Basic level of thinking is related to multistructural. And critical is related to relational, and creative is related to extended abstract. And that's why we favor the solo taxonomy, because it is closely related and aligned to the 4 levels of thinking in any human being. Okay?
Yes.
Now, why do we not include pre-structural? We have pre-structural to start off, but according to this comparison, I did not relate to any pre-structural to pre-structural, but only for multi, and that is aligned well with the picture on both sides. Why do we omit pre-structural?
Because it's restructural. Why do we omit it?
Yes, why do we leave it out?
Because it's the same like the unistructural, the first one. They are both linked. Restructural and the first level are just the same.
Yes, why don't we include pre-structural, but we do not include pre-structural?
Mr. Ian, we did not include it because it's a fail point.
It's a fail point. It's a fail
Yes.
point. So where will we include it? Or when will we include it? When we will, what is the appropriate time when we should include pre-structural?
And the child is very small, a kid.
Okay, I'll give you one example. I'll give you one example.
Pre-structural and it,
Okay, I'll give you one example.
why not including pre-structural?
Yes, why we do not include pre-structural in this alignment?
Maybe because we haven't started the lesson yet, or so on.
Okay, let's look at the 4 basic level of thinking, that is recall, basic, critical, and creative.
Because it's not always the starting point for learners. Huh? Starting point, let me use structural. No pre-structural. Learning and begin to use begin the pre-structural level.
Okay, let's look at the recall, basic, critical, and creative. Okay, if you cannot recall, you cannot recall anything. Your brain is not functioning. You
Let me not understand him.
It below recall.
So he doesn't have the knowledge of that that learning outcome, that thing you are trying to teach. He not got any knowledge. That's why you not have included him.
Yes, and that's why we do not include it as the best learning outcome, first level of learning outcome. But when will we include it?
We include it during learning.
Prior understanding, prior knowledge.
If it is prior knowledge, then we will come back to the recall. You're talking about something he has experience.
Yes,
and when will we include it?
Yes, because if you look at this hierarchical arrangement of this unistructural to extended abstract, you see 1 here for unistructural. Uni means 1. You need to know something. Multi means you need to know
more than 1.
Yeah, more than 1. But here you have no idea.
You have no idea.
No idea.
Yeah. So when will we include pre-structural?
In the classroom. Ian, you are starting, Mr. Ian?
Yes, in the classroom. Yes,
where include them inside the unistructural. Yeah, that's where you are going to start the lesson, I think.
Okay, I'll give you one.
Between learners and learners.
Okay, I'll give you one
clue.
Yes, I'll give you one clue. I'll give you one way out.
Oh, la la.
Okay?
Hermata small.
Something,
Where does the pi come from?
I don't understand.
Where does 3.14 originated from? Now you answer that question. Where does pi comes from? Originated from? 3.14.
Okay.
I am originate circumference per second, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, Stephen?
Okay.
You,
By origin one formula plus one circle. So was practically so you want to find them, but you must use one rope with one circular object.
Okay.
You use
we will
something also, yeah.
By you mean including
Practical,
with the
practical part. I think it's practical part.
okay.
practical part.
Okay, what about the others? Contribution from others?
Yes, now you wrote it.
Another one.
Let me explain them.
Yes, I'm not you have another one.
Okay, thank you. Well, I don't know.
Repeat your question, Mr. Ian.
Where does pi originated from?
Origination.
Or what is pi? What
It
is
needs
the
critical
origination of pi?
thinking.
Critical thinking.
Yeah, I think
No.
so.
Why you play no level thinking?
Sorry.
Level no kasem critical ya.
Oh,
Yes.
I hate maths.
Okay. So
I
Mr.
don't really like maths.
Mr. Ian.
3.14 comes from Auna ini kat 3.14. Kami come out where number ya?
Okay, yeah. Mami coming back again.
Okay.
So it's 3.14, yeah. Okay, 3.14, yeah. Suppose 3.14, I mean one formula plus one circumference, so find one area. How we come where? Example, so si hold one circular something or some wheel plus bicycle. You hold one rope, you start them, you put them lo 1 point lo bicycle outside there, you go around lo wheel ko, kasi so you start them. Alay you put them lo blackboard, you make them so you start, mo finish. Alay you cross them lo diameter lo wheel. Ale you mark them diameter lo wheel ya. Ale you put them lo long fly line. But you look say 1, 2, 3 hole 1 after half no more before you go say main blame. That's what 3.1 for you can blame. I mean not thinking blame Mr. Tram lo talem.
Okay. Another one.
Ian. You start trying to talem lo mi felas pre-structural level where student tries to connect information from everyone around him. He connect them information from. That's why you ask a question, Lopaya. Man, time we teach him. When we teach it, we give them pi. But to get that pi, why? They will have to get information from research.
Can see.
Okay.
Bami traka mo ting diplomia. Ting diplomia hemi talam siya. So you look at me, it misses the point. Minim siya. Suppose you know sabe make him. You make one other something. Minim siya miss the point niya now.
So we miss him. Suppose we say you right. Stephen, you write the explanation for you pi and the ratio between diameter and circumference.
Yes.
Okay. So pi ni mu amas mark pi ni putu mu lo 111. Uni multi.
Number 3 one time.
Last one.
Number 3.
Okay, multi for you talk too much. We tell plenty. Okay.
Ian,
Amas mark pi ni him lo kita uli no talk.
Zero. No cut. You mean say mark lo anyone from Molino Sabe. Christina had too much.
Yes, like
So
answer lo kata is we don't know.
Zero.
Pre-structural economic science.
Okay.
I don't know. Answer lo kata mana?
So why is Solo better than Bloom? Solo is a taxonomy for teaching and learning. So when we teach, we need 4 learning outcomes. Okay? We need, what is it again? We need Solo is a taxonomy for teaching. Therefore, we need 4 levels of learning outcome: uni, multi, relational, and extended abstract. When it comes to assessment, that is learning, then you will need 5, because you are expecting some students, like with some people. Okay?
You did?
So when we use solo taxonomy, we can use it for teaching, designing teaching learning outcome, and also we can use it to measure learning when it comes to assessment. And that's when pre-structural will be included. Okay? So solo provides clear statement of learning and can be used for assessment and appropriate for the outcome-based curriculum. On the other hand, Bloom is a taxonomy for knowledge and much favored by objectivist curriculum and a curriculum imikat lo Africa. Taxonomy blame na mi Bloom. Okay? And Bloom play understand them Bloom and me very difficult. I mean, much more difficult than solo.
Solo.
Okay?
Yes.
So just bear in mind, solo is for teaching and also solo is for learning. Okay? It will tell you the cognitive level for your teaching in terms of learning outcome, and it will tell you achievement when it comes to assessment. For example, we give Stephen Joel 2 marks for multi-structural response, while 0 is given to the rest.
Thank you, Thomas.
Okay? That is a clarification. Yes.
And see me winning you.
No, you stop.
Okay. So this one, Bloom versus solo. Bloom cognitive level is determined by active verb in the Bloom taxonomy, okay? We have knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. Solo cognitive level is quite different. It's determined by the active verb and the object of the learning outcome, okay? But before we go on, how many aspects of a learning outcome? Ikata mas part lo one learning outcome.
Four.
1.
Knowledge.
No, learning outcome may need to code. You like look on untold here. We put title them a primal knowledge and the solo taxonomy.
Yes.
And then I need to talk about them here. What should I read?
Yes. Okay.
I mean kata mas aspect, a mas part.
The four part.
Bikin makol kita na. Kat 3 na mo. Every learning outcome. Suppose you teach 20 or 30 years, when I could read survey. One learning outcome. Kat 3 part na mo. According lo reading lo primal knowledge and the solo taxonomy. Okay? First part, STEM. Sambab lo learning outcome.
Okay.
At the end of this lesson, my student will. I mean, STEM. STEM for every subject, every learning outcome.
Okay.
Okay. Then we got one active verb.
Learning outcome.
So we got active verb after. And then last one, object. Description will come out after low active verb. Clear?
Second, active verb.
Okay, so there are 3 aspects of a learning outcome: the STEM, the active verb, and the object description that comes after the active verb. Okay, so we have stem, verb, and object. There are three aspects of a learning outcome. Okay, you will must remember. Was you teach 20 or 30 or 40, 50?
STEM roots, huh? Roots flow outcome.
Everyone is a mark at the end of that lesson, student will. You go to English, you go to where any course, USB or primary or STEM is a mark.
So STEM mo easier than atulan aratu ya.
No, you need not talk about taxonomy. You need to talk about characteristic of one learning outcome. You need to taxonomy.
Yes, you got one objective after you break them down the learning outcome. STEM or root play you by me one easier question then or tulan arawan active with them objective level blow outcome by more higher level blow outcome by more high than a low root here los first one.
No, you
connection. Connect, I think.
You confuse. I mean, talk about learning outcome itself, and we got three parts. One, at the end of the lesson, my student will be able, after one fail, add.
Okay.
Okay. Numbers whose sums are less than 10,000. Okay, now it's clear now.
Yes.
We need to talk about taxonomy, we talk about learning outcome. Many parts you got. Okay?
One outcome, but you must always include them every something inside.
Yes.
Kasem.
Okay.
That's it.
After Bloom and Italian says suppose MEI is tableau analysis or is tableau application, then level of cognitive plane may be high became knowledge more. Okay?
Okay.
Solo cognitive level is determined by the active verb and the object of the learning outcome. So while Bloom emphasized the stem and the verb, solo taxonomy emphasizes all of them, stem, verb, and object, but particularly verb and object. Okay? I'll give you one exercise here. Let's look at these action verbs. Walk, run, climb. Which action verb is the most difficult, less difficult, and easy? Okay, may open response. Walk, run, climb. Which
is easy, climb na hard.
Okay. Untalem climb yard.
Walk, run, climb. No, run na hard.
Run yard, huh?
Yes, run. Climb is small.
Bilo call say fly ko out lo topic no.
Sorry. Sorry.
Okay. You go back in.
Okay, first one you try and tell him, Joel will try and lead with ranking to you.
Okay. When we give the diploma, which actually is more difficult. I think anyway, easy now. I mean,
walk.
Okay.
Yes. After walk, can we connect to them run, and then run connect to them climb.
Okay.
Tu pula something so tu pula you know sabe master tu pula ya by eme no sabe megam. Eme tinding belum mi.
Okay. Next one.
Walk, run, climb. One was time, me the last one.
Can see you now.
No, me last one. Walk.
Kamu sabe explain belum mi?
Okay.
Okay, walk, run, climb. Which one is the hardest, less difficult, and easy? Which one?
Ni lo ting blomi. Mr. Things. Everyone only is because you know have a work pay. Because you have a work pay, you can do all the rest. If you can't walk, then you can't run. And you can't even climb.
Okay.
They are linked.
Okay. Next one. Come here.
I think we think the typical one is run. If you cannot, if you cannot climb, you cannot run. If you cannot walk, you cannot climb.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, your contribution. So the answer is that, well, we don't know. We don't know which one is the hardest.
It depends on man where me.
Because we do not have any object after the verb. Okay, if I say walk around the party, run around my office, and climb the table, which one is now easy?
Okay.
Okay, so that's what solo says. Solo cognitive level is determined by the active verb and the object of the learning outcome, not by the verb itself as stated in the Bloom taxonomy. Okay?
Yes.
So the right answer for walk, run, and climb is that we do not know which one is the typical one unless we have a description.
We have an object.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you always remember stem, verb, and object. Verb is supported by the Bloom taxonomy, while solo supports that the verb and the object determines the typicality of the learning outcome. Okay. So that's why we prepare solo taxonomy more than Bloom. Because it makes sense, and we find out here. When I give you this walk, run, and climb, you apply the solo taxonomy concept. Okay? So you apply a concept of Bloom here. And that's why you say, okay? But solo is saying, no, let me wrong. Let me wrong. Because what we say, you climb one napangka tree. I am more difficult now between you run around office. Okay? And so we say you walk out, follow town, come back, maybe more hard between run. Okay, so whatever the object says and the verb, those two determine the difficulty of the learning outcome. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, let's look at the blueprint in Excel and implication. The title is Implication of the Solo Taxonomy in Examination Writing. So this has been uploaded in your Moodle. So I'll open this one. So this is the year three
Blueprint.
What? Year three
Specific.
blueprint. Okay?
Yes.
So these are called strands in outcome-based strands. Previously we call it topics. Now we have strands, and this is the strand learning outcomes. And then we have UMREA. What are these?
Levels.
What kind of levels are these?
Levels of thinking.
Unistructural, multistructural, rational.
And extended abstract. So
Yes.
4. So this is the solo taxonomy in examination blueprint. Okay? It replaces knowledge, comprehension, application, and analysis. We never reach analysis, which has 3. But with the solo, we include all the 4 levels. Okay, lo Bloom now include in MIGS221E application, comprehension, more analysis. comprehension or application. Within solo taxonomy, unistructural, multi-structural, relational, and extended abstract, all are included. Okay? Now, why? Because object determine difficulty plus one learning outcome. Okay? For example, climb for class 1. At the end of my lesson, my student in year 1 will be able to climb, one small chair. Climb stand up on tableau chair. Okay? Kalau class 6, by mitale climb, pay no more climb chair, more typical. That is climb mango tree. Okay, so and then I mean depend. So Loplisa, if I look, yeah, Mr. Right here.
Yes.
I look.
Okay, and me level flow taxonomy. Okay. Now, every blueprint flow mathematics one proportional blueprint. Okay, might be different law English more other subjects. Mathematics proportional. What it means follow rule of 3. Okay, rule of 3 one proportional rule. If I look at me right and blow not right there. 1 over 2. 1 more 2. Like look.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Suppose misalnya say fraksionnya up. Fraksionnya up. Suppose out of 2 1. Suppose out of 4 mas.
2.
1 over 4. 1 over 4.
2.
Because we want to say fractionnya by equal with the mean,
2 over 4.
2 over 4.
Rule of 3 2 over 4. Multiply, divide.
2 over
2 over 4. Okay, so suppose no sabe, me pretend no sabe say 2. Okay, so when I'm working out, we arrive at 2.
You make him rule of 3 now.
So 1
you multiply
by 4
divided
by 2 and then say okay. Blueprint flow mathematics follow rule. Okay, and that's why it was me click lo please Mayor. We got 11 indicators lo all numbers in year 3. We got 36 operation law. Yes, law year 3. Fraction and decimals, we have 8 indicators, measurement. We have 9, but we cannot with all the others in money, time, volume, and all these are measurements. But it has been or Breckham Town all and then we have for geometry, we have patterns, chunks, and data. Last one. Okay. So suppose if we take a mountain, okay. Imino sabe se mia amase. Pamirate mountain for 30. Now imi sabe namo se emia 11, 25 more total number of indicators. Now what is the difference between indicator and a learning outcome?
One indicator and learning outcome. Learning outcome is too complex, indicator is specific.
Learning outcome is more general. Huh?
Indicator, no?
Yes, look.
Indicator. Speed indicator.
Lomita is the one that put down.
Always speed. So indicator, me achievement flow. Learning flow one beginning according to one particular class.
Yes.
Learning outcome and improve teacher bring teaching. Can you achieve learning outcome or you call it one?
Effective.
Saya achieve him learning outcome finish. Only call it one.
Right.
You teach him and me achieve him.
Achieving learning.
Semi-achieve learning outcome.
Only call it one now.
Dia kan siya achieve learning outcome.
Okay.
Learning outcome may achieve.
Yes, only achieve him learning outcome flow book here. Then I only call it one. Learning outcome is that part. Learning outcome, any employee you teach him. And now we only achieve him. One M now. Okay. I think
Assessment.
you will use like that, only call him indicator. Okay. Is that
You achieve learning outcome, you may call them indicator.
Yeah.
I mean, indicate them, say, you achieve him learning outcome.
Amen now.
You try to explain them back again, Mr. Ian? You try to explain them back again?
Every book, front cover, you look on indicator. Okay? And if some you say you cut on learning outcome, whereby you teach him, you arrive at that particular indicator. Okay, so let me list him all achievement now, one text two. I may not you teach him. You by teach him learning outcome, we start the one lesson, day by day, start inside the teacher's guide. Okay? So I achieve him mama's learning outcome per topics, then you call repair pack or indicator. Okay? So that's why we go down here, if I look at Excel sheet here, solo level of learning outcome or indicators. Okay? For suppose you know completing book, but you can amount this amount of this quantity here, but you can law lesson plan. And that is called learning outcome. So suppose you complete a book, then you take a law indicator. So all these are counted from indicators. Okay? So indicators for numbers, indicators for operation. Okay? And this is the total 126. Okay? Now let's apply the formula that I wrote here. That is 1 or 2. And we know that it should be 2 over 4 or equal.
If I ask one question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Question for me, I think you know call him yet or you call him yet, but just looking at these numbers here. Mr. Call number here where you stop. I think by you still call him yet. Distribution blame. Distribution indicator ya or levels.
Yes, good for a question. You continue.
Yes, distribution blow or indicator whether hemi uni or area or hemia. But you still call hemia, yeah, blow you mean look say how many law indicators yeah are this one and then how do we distribute underneath law touch level? I think we call hemia, yeah.
Yes. But I think on the next time, I think.
Okay.
From question please, what you look for me, huh?
Now.
I mean, got 20 indicators. So every strand, yeah, only unistructural. And now we may look, we may measure local, we start your indicator. Yeah. Okay, so it got 20. After low multi, it got 45. After low relational, it got 36 more. 25 low extended after. Okay, so yeah, and we calculated from you open a more indicator after you count them up per subject, per strand. So EMEA uni, EMEA multi, EMEA relational, EMEA extended abstract. You make a one tally blow one indicator blow one low subject. Okay.
Thank you.
And then MI titemenem Vikaya town. Okay? But Vika town, and it must be calculated as a proportional quantity from all indicator with that. Or 126. That's why you have 126 at the bottom here. Okay? So the calculation for this to make it proportional, I'll wipe out that one. I'll say, the only number we need to sum, okay, we need to sum 25 or 30. Right? Since here 3, maybe 20. Huh? And aware we know say amas uni, amas multi, amas relational, amas extended. That's right. Okay, misa formulated equal 20 out of 126. After multiply 25, then it will give us say 4 by tested in proportional to 20 for unistructural items for every strand. Okay. Now you can see the formula here. That is C19 out of divided by C20 multiplied by C18. Okay. Now I can do for which one now? For the theater 3, that is for multi-relational and extended abstract. And we can make a shortcut for Excel formulation. And that is, we know that C19 and C20 are always repeated in the calculation. Okay? So therefore, we highlight these two and press F4 on your keyboard.
F4.
After you look also last time, you go inside the formula. Okay? Yes. And when you enter, now you have adopted the same formula for all of these 4. Then you just come to this corner and you pull sideways, and it will tell you how many items to be tested under multi-structural, relational, and extended abstract. Okay? Okay. For this, we need to fill up this. This is total indicators, but how many will be tested? We cannot test all of these, 126 indicators. Yes, but we must make a proportional calculation from all these indicators. So therefore, here, if you look at this corner, you have, this one is missing. This number is missing. Like here, we have 11, we have 126, we have 25, but we have this one missing. Okay? So
now
we know which one. Okay, 1 by here. But what is the calculation here? Should be equal to multiply by 2, divide by 4. And if we press enter, 1, it says 1. Okay? So we do the same here. Okay? We just type equal 11 multiplied by 25 divided by 126. Yes.
And that?
Yes. The repeated cells are 25 and 126, which are in cell T18 and H18. Yes? So we have T18, 25, and we have H18. In all the calculations, these 2 cells, the values in these 2 cells will always be repeated. Okay? So we tell the computer with our formula, repeat those 2. So we press 4 to get the $sign, and then you have it there. So now it's okay. You can pull down and the computer will calculate everything. Okay? If you have any difficulty, you can call me or you can ask for personal instruction. Okay, and we'll address each one's need. Okay. Okay. So this is about the blueprint construction, and it will apply for all these all the others. Okay. And to save time, you will just formulate. You use the same template. The formula is already there. You just fill in your indicator, and the computer, this Excel will do all the rest. Okay, as long as you fill in the main numbers like indicators, a number of items to be tested, and you fill in also this part. Okay, and after this, then you will just fill them up by computer one. It has formulate them, formulate them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go back to our presentation. Now we have the examination, year 3 examination now. Okay. Now, why do we choose Excel? This is an example. From one name use Excel law mathematics exam.
Formulation plan, Excel.
Okay, main reason. So suppose you throw one shape or one something, you press the enter, you know, and apply your part, or you make a low word. Okay? You try to look at some paper, and write them no morning, and no write them Excel. So some look, suppose we press the enter law, any place, look, this is by no affect them. Press enter, you know, affect them, any picture, any item. Now, suppose you make a word by every so straight. When you press the enter, where you fly go someplace, I'll name blame is one. Okay?
Yes.
So Excel now, I mean, the most appropriate verb, we write them example. I think you play experience and opinion, huh?
Yes.
So Excel, yeah, me putung tulo mutol. One of you make him, you change him name to school, name to how you teach him, instruction or whatever you want to change him. Instruction, more item, more stuff, yeah, you just write, replace it. Okay? So first one, I mean blueprint. Okay? So look, I mean tell you by this them no technical one wrong blueprint. I mean been telling them 4 first time. So by me change them for just for the sake of this example.
You're right.
That time you tell them all same say N W N. Indicator will start for him and we tell him say writing all numbers less than 10,000. Okay? Tell me about numbers less than 10,000. Okay? And item type, this is one alignment in which you must not forget. Any structural item is 1 minute. Multi-structural 2 minutes, relational 3 minutes, extended abstract is 4 minutes. Okay, so please, you know trim law. You know trim law duration, for example, probably you know. Colombia by Italian mamas by probably last how long. Okay. So the first item to go inside the examination is writing all numbers less than 100, and another one we forget him. Pipeline has look low motor when we make a law PTA, constructive alignment in blueprint, and then by me tell him replan. But anyway, I'll come to this first item. Blueprint says all numbers, writing all numbers less than 100. Okay?
10,000.
Marks will be 1 per item and duration will be 1 minute per item. Okay? Now let's go to the examination. Micro examination. Look, first item, first learning outcome, we say we test them. We say writing numbers. And they say matching, match the following numbers with their names. Okay? So, I'm now for item 1.
Item 1.
Item 1. I may stop.
Yes.
MA. Okay?
All numbers less than.
Is that?
Yes.
Yes.
And then for your examination paper, MA. MA now, item number 1, we start blueprint, MA now. Next one, Antalian, ME comparison of numbers using less than and equal. And MA is a pipeline by them blueprint here, we revise one with regular paper. Paper to establish. We written according to that blueprint, okay? We got 4 items, low base learning outcome and all numbers. And then place values, understanding the place values of numbers. Now kita balik film up table, okay? And then composing and decomposing numbers, okay? And everyone flow all numbers namo, okay? Kami lo blueprint, kami learning outcome namo iya pia. Kat 3 we start tahunnya pipeline lo mutol mi update them. When we tell him not three types of learning outcome. Then we must reflect it to examination paper. Okay? Like also item 1, item 2, more item 3, item 4. Pay me about all numbers no. Okay? Then last one. You use some same paper, yeah, same examination paper, yeah. So you make them answer scheme, please. Okay, so please, any answer scheme. Okay, MI match finish, MI go, less than greater than less than equal. Okay, MI all answers, huh? All answers, map with right.
MI answer scheme.
Okay.
Di sini juga.
Okay, lastly, you want them in assignment review number 2. You got 3 documents. You got blueprint, you got examination, paper, after you got answer scheme. Okay? So, man up assignment 2. Lo make it easy, you like a copy lo motor, right on top lo Excel. Okay.
Okay.
Especially you know we never look Excel people. Excel you know mean extra large and it means software. Okay.
Straight. Good.
Okay, what the meme? Thank you too much and misalnya saya yang temin assignment 1 ikut.
Yes.
Kerana testing flow assessment flow population. Pe assignment 2 and then we come to talk about. Okay, all requirements plan you must got blueprint plan. Here 3 one examination written more answer scheme. Okay. So you got triple up componentnya pro assignment 1 2 ya. Ale you email them or you send them come to Dropbox. Okay?
Good.
And then, yes. And then we got interpretation na mo, how you interpret them, result, exam, how you analyze them, how you evaluate them, how you report them. And then now, last assignment. Okay, any question before you finish?
Yeah, we got one question.
Okay, go ahead.
Question Blomi also. Yeah, blueprint with the examination ya, with the answer sheet ya. I think assignment ya. Maybe send them. Maybe send them finish. Maybe I make them again with them. One me we send them come.
Yes, right. Me no kaprema pe one year after you play make a best. What you think is straight? Le ko staff I me make me now.
Now I make them again, but me so me we man.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, huh?
Yes.
After pamile pele also man ba. So me send them back any camera, pami putum say.
Assignment 2.
Redo again. Assignment 2
Assignment.
from you been send the one you can finish, but name blow me lem after second one ever me send.
You're right. So what you think say you need to revise them? Okay. Straight.
But me write the revised, huh?
Yes, revise version.
Okay.
Okay, any more question?
Mr. Ian.
You take them, I arrive next week, after next week. I think you can give 2 weeks or 3 weeks. You like Ramtale? We got one more last one.
2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay. 2 weeks time, every assignment I come in.
You got extension blame or so request him extension.
You play, you so you like no one take graduate employee, yeah, they play extend.
Yaran Samuel dalam niya, some sali dalam siya tomorrow no eh.
Mr. Ian.
Okay, notice them late here, you talk pasal.
Mi vla lo kamewa ya sambrali si oli mekembe mi vla no look instruction flow assessment tu ya mi vla look first one is it the alignment constructive alignment we have mi first assignment
No, me assignment 1 ya.
Okay, mi vla no
assignment 2 ya.
Okay, mi vla no mekemi.
Yes, me assignment 2, assignment 1 me assessment no. The knowledge, skills, attitude can live together.
Okay.
Exam, I mean, I test them triple anarawanya. And me confined to cognitive knowledge. No?
Yeah.
That's why me offer one best assessment here, we cater for 4 pillars of learning. Okay, number 2, me examination, where me cognitive knowledge. No? And number 3, me interpretation, more evaluation. Until you pass them, okay. By misikan lu tayo kam graduate. That's what you know person, I think by spy class one time.
Okay, 3 weeks.
Okay.
3 weeks, huh?
2.
Okay.
Yes, 3 weeks.
3
3 weeks.
Can see one day no more.
No, God.
Okay, straight. After you play chat with your friend with lo. You play chat with me to lo messenger lo Facebook lo Ian Kennedy.
Yeah.
How you play kat email lo mi lo mutul you play mi lo que play ine pa contact to mas meeting si play tape ni semana mi open course. Porque te lo admin dice no, all manual you know theater, you only start. So, I come to me preview for you continue. Amen. Anyway, all friends, thank you so much for your participation. Next Thursday. Every Thursday, no forget 4 to 5.
Okay.
I think one
4 to
Thursday.
5, 4 to half past 6.
Yes. Election kat one election tiya tingnan nama by minokat by mikat lo Wednesday player.
Okay.
Election tomorrow ini mikat lo Wednesday. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Chat lo. Okay, thank you, teman.
Ale,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, all colleagues. Good night, Loyola.
Thank
Good night,
you.
Loyola.
Good night.
Nakat ka pa today.
Good
Nakat
night.
ka pa today.
Night.
Night, Joel. You go sleep good.
Going to drink